Hey, Tommy, tell the truth here, and I just want to do this video to share something that's trending right now. Apparently, the scan your hand payment. So, yeah, I'm gonna check something out on that. And first, let's see. We have right here.
All right, this next one might seem kind of crazy now, but maybe not so much in the future. It has to do with biometric security. So right now we're getting Face ID with the iPhone X. We'll see how good that turns out to be. Touch ID is great, but the thing about biometric security is it's not really ideal as a password because you can't change it. But what if we had something like implants, where you would literally have some sort of chip injected into you and everyone would get one.
Never.
And then you would use that as authentication for your phone when you're nearby. When it's nearby, you wouldn't need to type in your passcode. And it's better than just a fingerprint because it's electronic. You could theoretically change the code in the chip. Or I've even heard of concepts of maybe a pill you could take and it'd be activated by whatever acids are in your stomach or something like that, and it would last a day. And again, you would be able to change that so it's doesn't have the pitfalls of a fingerprint. We might get to that point. I think we're eventually going to get to a point where we don't need passwords anymore, or very rarely only as a backup. And I think we definitely need to get past fingerprints for security. Next, I think another cool feature we'll eventually see are modular phones. Google started something like this. It didn't really pan out.
Okay, that's weird. Anyway, so let me just pull this. Oh no, hold on. We want to watch this one first. Sorry, I should have had it up already.
Move over Apple Pay. Amazon is trying to muscle its way into your digital wallet.
Amazon is ramping up its contactless payment system nationwide that works by scanning the palm of your hand right there. Kit Doe takes it for a test drive.
So the new payment systems have been rolling out across the country
Masketeer.
for the last year. Finally, here in the Bay Area, we get our very first one, and it launched this morning.
You really gotta hand it to Amazon.
Will you be paying with your palm today?
For trying to put the future of payments right in the palm of your, you know.
Right there, perfect.
It's called Amazon One, a new contactless payment system that launched for the first time in Northern California at their store in Santana Row. To sign up, first insert a credit card and then hold your hand over the special camera. It'll scan the lines, ridges, and even pattern of veins inside your hand. The algorithm then creates a unique palm signature. The whole process takes about a minute.
And you can just hold your hand right over it?
Tommy Alas was the first person in the Bay Area to sign up.
What'd you think?
With the Slayer shirt on.
Very convenient form of payment, just quick and easy.
Tommy
Liz
Alas.
Gonzalez thinks the new
Tommy
technology
ass.
could come in handy.
That was easy.
There you go.
People like me, I'm very forgetful. I always forget my
I forget because I wear a mask.
Now I don't
Too
need
much.
to remember to bring my palm.
If anyone can get this popular, it'll be Amazon.
Ian Scher with CNET says all signs point to this new technology as being safe and reliable. In the past year, the company has rolled out the palm scanners to 60 locations around the country,
These.
including mobile ticketing for a concert venue in Denver and a number of Whole Foods locations. But for consumers, old habits die hard.
The reality is that a lot of introducing new technology is convincing people to use it. And how much easier is it to use than just pulling out my credit card and paying that way? But we Americans are very hesitant to jump on this stuff. And
As
so
we
I am
should be.
curious to see whether or not it's really going to end up going anywhere with us, or whether we're going to wait until some other technology comes along.
In San Jose, Kit Doe, KPIX5.
Lovely. Not. Okay. And then we got this one. No, let's do this one. Yes.
I wanted to ask when you all think we're going to move from this form factor to something that's on your face glasses and when computing's all on the edge.
All right, 50 seconds. Who wants to answer quickly?
I think it will go. It will. First of all, it will definitely happen. I was talking about 6G earlier, which is around 2030. I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual kind of the most common interface.
Wow.
Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies. Things will be built directly into our bodies. Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies. Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
Not my body. No. Not my body. Whoops.
Blew our minds back then, but now they're all considered ancient relics compared to what we have today. So wait, how awesome will our phones be in 10 years' time? Well, let's see. You had a hard day at work, don't feel like cooking, so you decide to order out. You'll pull your phone out while a driverless taxi takes you home. Your device has some similarities with a standard model from 2020. It's thin and has a large screen. But as soon as you look at it, internal motion sensors with a hidden 36-megapixel dual camera catches your eye's direction and turns on the phone. It's also completely transparent. You see your hand clearly through the phone's body. Yet it still displays all the necessary icons and widgets, time, weather, text, calls, etc. You choose the delivery function from your favorite nearby restaurant, and the food will be there in 10 minutes. Not only can you see the delivery person moving on the map, but you can also watch them through the built-in camera installed on their scooter. No stealing a fry or two from your food. You ask the taxi how much.
I can't even get through a drive-through in 10 minutes anymore. It's like 20 to 30 minutes.
Further it'll be. The pleasant voice of the AI answers, just 5 more minutes. You decide to play a mobile game to pass the time. You open the phone like a book. Now it looks like a small tablet. The graphics in the game are so cool that it seems like you're watching a video of a real race. You steer the car and get so worked up that you bend the phone. But the screen is okay and keeps showing that clear image. Phones with a flexible screen and battery were introduced back in 2018. Developers' attempts to make the screen larger will lead to it occupying 100% of the phone space in the future. You can watch movies and videos from this portable TV screen anywhere. The taxi pulls up to your house. You exit the game, but you don't swipe across the screen to do it. You just swipe your finger through the air. The camera reads this and closes the app. Then you fold the tablet back into a phone and bend it around your wrist like a bracelet. With this bracelet, you walk up to your house and say, "Open the front door." The phone reads your voice, face, and eye color, and you're home sweet home. A flexible bracelet phone isn't the only cool gadget that may appear in the next 10 years. The development of tiny elastic smart bracelets has already started. You just wear it on your wrist, and the bracelet creates a hologram of your phone's interface. You can manipulate this interface with your fingers, watch videos, text, make calls. It's like a phone screen on your forearm. There are only 2 problems that could prevent you, this 2030 version of you, from having such a cool hologram phone bracelet. A small flexible battery that can hold a long enough charge, and a high-quality hologram that can read your commands. If it appears by 2030, then it might only perform the functions of ordinary fitness bracelets no more. Well, be patient, they're working on it. You put your see-through phone on a wireless charger, and this one, unlike the 2020 chargers, juices your device up much faster. In 10 minutes, you're already up to 100%. And this battery can easily hold a charge for 2 days. Also, some modern gadgets have a built-in function to charge using solar energy. But they aren't that good, especially in places where sunshine isn't as bright or frequent. Charging by friction with your body will begin to gain popularity, a kind of kinetic energy. Rub the back and you're good to go.
Oh my God.
The pizza is already
Keep
here.
your phone a hand job.
As you're elbows deep in pepperoni and cheese, you get a notification on your phone. Without touching it with your greasy fingers, you open your message with a hand gesture. A hologram with an 8K video appears instantly above the phone and shows a message. Your friends are at a party, and they can't wait for you to get there. Hurry up! You promised to come soon. These phones don't struggle to load such high-quality videos in seconds. It's not because Wi-Fi is now available anywhere in the world, though that's nice. It's that you have a new type of mobile data. But first, a refresher. The 1G connection with a speed of 1.9 kilobits per second appeared in the 80s. In 1991, we saw 2G with a speed of approximately 9 to 14 kilobits. In 2002, we got 3G with a transfer rate up to 3.4 megabits. Starting in 2008, 4G gave us 1 gigabit. And in 2018, 5G came around with its 6.5 gigabits per second. Mobile data improves every 8 to 10 years, so 6G should be expected in 2030, and the data transfer rate will increase to 1 terabit a second. That would be like downloading 250 movies in 1 second. And watching your favorite shows and flicks will be like looking out the window. The picture quality might even be better than reality. But could your phone even hold that much data? Sure can. 2 words: cloud storage. In 10 years, it'll be more with almost unlimited memory. But flashcards and internal phone memory will change too. Scientists have already created 5D disks. These are small, thin, transparent disks that can withstand fire and ice and store 360 terabytes of data for billions of years. Wow! Such disks will become as commonplace as regular flash drives in the nearest future and will be embedded in smartphones. You grab another auto taxi to your friend's party and watch a beautiful sunset outside the window. You get your phone, turn on the camera, and do 100 times zoom. The camera shows you a crystal clear image. You clearly see a flock of birds flying.
Or you see the ships that they tell you disappear with the curvature of the Earth. Probably 100 times zoom is pretty far. So I want to see people using those phones to prove that the Earth is flat in the future.
Flying toward the departing sun. You see their beaks and the color of their feathers glistening. The phone immediately gives you a notification. This is a common pigeon. Still beautiful to me, you think, and snap a picture weighing 5 gigabytes and upload it to your social media. All within seconds, of course. You're checking for likes when you feel the taxi come to a sudden stop. AI informs you that there's a problem with the engine and that the repair service will be there soon. But you don't have time for this. You have the tools to do it though, right in the palm of your hand or around your wrist. It's your phone. You get out of the car, open the hood and see what's inside. Engine, wires, shiny things, nothing is clear. You go into the app with augmented reality and point the camera at the inside of the car. The app carries out diagnostics and indicates to you the broken part of the machine through the screen.
Get out of here.
It shows how to fix it too. Fortunately, the problem isn't serious and you repair the engine manually. In 2020, augmented reality apps help us choose furniture, clothes, designs. You can get good advice in fixing a car or some electrical kitchen appliance, ending with an external medical analysis of the body. You get back in the taxi and finally arrive at the party. Music, drinks, food, a little fountain in the yard. Wait, that's Bobby posing with a garden hose. The house is full of happy people, but all of them are staring at their phones. They're texting, taking and liking photos, scrolling feeds. Nobody's talking to each other. You recall how good it was in 2020 when there was no transparent screens or unlimited internet speed. When the battery would drain after a few hours and there was much less dependence on gadgets. After a few seconds of nostalgia, you go on your phone to chat with your friends. But you can't help wondering, how will gadgets develop further? What will this party look like, say, in 2050? Most likely, humanity will completely get away from phones. All the functions of the smartphone will be built into ultra-thin lenses controlled by the power of thought. Virtual will mix completely with reality, and artificial intelligence will be able to replace a real person in communication and quite possibly will become your best friend. And I'll be out of a job. It's a strange thought. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hey, you learned something new today? Then give the video a like and share.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Just freaking crazy. Oh, dear, dear, dear. What better way to control and enslave somebody by this crap. Good grief, man. Unbelievable. Chip implants, the next big privacy debate. Some say we will all eventually be chipped. I beg to differ. I will never be chipped. I don't give a crap how cool, trendy, necessary they say it is. I'm not looking for them to put anything in my body. Not a vaccine, not a chip, not a monitor of any kind, not a medicine of any kind for that matter. So, nope, sorry. Not sorry. I'm not falling for your crap. Others say never let the privacy, legal, technical, professional, medical, security, political, religious, and also personal battles begin. Have you been chipped? No, and I never will. That question is set to divide by design. That question is set to divide millions of people in the 2020s and perhaps billions of people in the 2030s and 40s. Yeah. Just as the world begins to understand the many benefits of the Internet of Things, but also learns about the dark side from smart everything, including our connected cities, we are now on the cusp of small chips causing major new privacy disagreements. As individuals try to grapple with the privacy and security implications that come with Internet of all things, big data, public and private sectors data breaches, social media sharing, GDPR, whatever that is, a new California privacy law, along with data ownership and right to be forgotten provisions. Along comes a set of technologies that will become much more personal than your smartphone or cloud storage history. Get ready for people to ask you to place microchips under your skin for a wide variety of reasons. So they got a reason for anybody and everybody, except for somebody like me that just does not want anything to do with that kind of crap. No transhumanism, no anything that could even remotely or possibly be the mark of the beast type stuff. No, none of that. None of that. I'm sorry. I don't need technology in my body. Why are implanted chips so controversial? What is at stake? How can such a small thing affect so many people? What leads me to proclaim that implanted chips will become the next privacy debate? Short answer, implanting chips in humans has privacy and security implications that go well beyond cameras in public places, facial recognition, tracking of our locations, our driving habits, our spending histories, and beyond ownership of your data. The topic touches upon your hand, your heart, your brain, and the rest of your body, literally. This new development is set to give a very different meaning to hacking the body or biohacking. While cyber experts continue to worry about protecting critical infrastructure and mitigating security risks that could harm the economy or cause a loss of life, implanted chips also affect health but add in new dimensions that conflict with people's religious beliefs. Let's explore the good, the bad, and the possible ugly implications that come with microchip implants. Background on implanting microchips in your body. First, as background, we initially explored the implanted chips topic last year in this piece about employees at 3 Square Market technology company in Wisconsin who had a small chip injected in their hands for security convenience. Everybody's seen that by now. I don't have to show that again, but it's out there. Reactions to this news was all over the map, with headlines ranging from positive stories about the dawning of a great new era to Big Brother privacy concerns to fears that biblical prophecies are about to come true. Well, you know, my theory on that is the elite who run this world, folks, are using the Bible scriptures as their script, as their playbook, and they're making Bible prophecy come true. And it doesn't matter if you're an atheist or a Christian or an Muslim or Buddhist or whatever, an agnostic. Like I said, it doesn't matter. When you've got a group of powerful, money, plenty of money and resources to make it happen, they're making it happen. They've been making it happen since the dawn of time, or at least since 1947, to be relevant in our lifetime, when they made it possible for Israel to be a nation again. Anyway, many more articles have been written on this topic since my first article in July 2017. USA Today came out in August of 2017 with the headline, "You will get chipped eventually." No, but that's ridiculous. Oh boy, USA Today, "You will get chipped eventually." Chip D's. No, please don't. Here's a quote. "This would go beyond paying with your smartphone. Instead, chipped customers would simply wave their hand in lieu of Apple Pay and other mobile payment systems," which is going on right now. Did I mention that this article is not from yesterday, not from last week, not from last year? This article is almost 5 years old, 4.5 years old. Imagine that. But it's so relevant. Oh boy. The benefits don't stop there. In the future, consumers could zip through airport scanners, sans passport or driver's license, open doors, start cars, and operate home automation systems. All of it, if the technology pans out, with the simple wave of a hand, or swipe of a hand. Yeah. The scan of the hand. The Atlantic offered an article in September 2018, describing why you're probably getting a microchip plant someday. So they're just putting it out there that everybody's going to get chipped. They just know. They just believe it, and they're just trying to manifest it. Yeah. I'm not getting chipped. And you're not neither if you're watching this. I'm pretty sure of that. It's the best decision you will ever make, is to resist this technology bull crap. The article focused on how microchip implants are going from tech geek novelty to genuine health tools. And you might be running out of good reasons to say no. Well, you better just say no to the Noahide laws, to transhumanism, and to all of the one world order agenda that's out there. One world government, one world currency, one world, you name it. Everything. Everything. All right, anyway. 3 Square Chip says that its medical RFID implants will be powered by body heat. And McMullen's plans to develop a single piece of hardware to aid patients with a wider range of conditions could make the chips more affordable than devices with more specialized and limited functions. Many heart patients right now, the only time they know they've got a problem is when they're in the back of an ambulance. McMullen says they should know they're in problem. They shouldn't. I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, the company estimates that there will be selling chips capable of tracking a wearer's live vital signs in a little more than a year, and they already have that now. But a few other developments will come first. All right, so let me see here. Second, the topic resurfaced last month, with several stories like the NPR article on how thousands of Swedish people are inserting microchips under their skin. Yep. More than 4,000 of them have adopted the technology, with one company, Biohacks International, dominating the market. The chipping firm was started 5 years ago by Johan Osterlund, a former professional body piercer. After spending the past 2 years working full-time on the project, he is currently developing training materials so he can hire Swedish doctors and nurses to help take on some of this heavy workload. Third, the topic became heated again after this recent article in The Guardian UK went viral, titled "Alarm Over Talks to Implant UK Employees with Microchips." The article described how the Trade Union Congress is concerned over tech being used to control and micromanage people. For a brief time this month, implanting chips into your body became the number one topic of discussion on LinkedIn globally. And an article that I posted received more than 30,000 views and well over 100 comments, mostly appalled by the practice of implanting chips, at least for convenience. Fourth, there have been numerous articles over the past year describing medical advances, potentially even cures for various diseases, which may come by implanting microchips in humans in various ways. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Here are 3 examples. BVT successfully restores vision with its bionic eye. Yeah, I don't care if you can make me a bionic penis. I don't want your technology in my body. Okay? Okay. Can a brain implant treat Alzheimer's? It might just be a placebo. New implants could treat type 2 diabetes without needles. Implants offered as an optional improvement. But medical necessities aside, would you pay to receive a chip implant if it offered some optional medical enhancement for your body? Other research, which started as deep brain stimulation as a treatment for Parkinson's disease, now suggests that chips implants can boost your memory. Next, they'll say, are you suffering from the Mandela effect? Let us put a chip in your brain and we'll help you with that. Or what if a chip implant offered the convenience of embedding a smartphone in your body? There we go. Yep, that's what's coming up. Chris Harrison, a professor of computer science at Carnegie Mellon University, Human Computer Interaction Institute. Geez, that's a long word. A long title. Has been working on a similar idea since 2009. People want to do more sophisticated things on their mobile phones. And the industrial answer seemed to be, let's put a bigger and bigger screens on them, he says. That only works up to a point. Why don't we just forget the screen entirely? Why not use the skin? Instead of a 3.5-inch iPhone, or 5 now, what it is, because that's how far we've come since this article. Why not have the 20-inch arm bone? Yeah. So Harrison created OmniTouch, also in collaboration with Microsoft, a device worn on the shoulder that would project your phone interface on your palm. A depth-sensitive camera picked up when and where you tapped on your skin, so the projection reacted with it. The invention of smartphones enabled the creation of all these ideas and apps and services. Imagine what that will be like for your body, Harrison says. Looking back a few decades, I remember watching TV shows, The $6 Million Man. The opening phrase is still appealing. We can rebuild him. We can make him better, stronger, faster.
We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man faster.
Yeah, you get it. There are many intriguing stories about the potential dark side of implanting microchips. Wired magazine describes mind games, the tortured lives of targeted individuals. Imagine that, folks. You're looking and listening to a targeted individual. I shared information that the government didn't want out there with Alex Shield Jones in 2010. I was targeted by the government for sharing that information with him and him sharing it with others and so on. Made them very unhappy. Anyway, targeting by the government is no fun. Here's the final paragraph from that piece. Once she loved technology, shaping and molding it, playing with data in the back end of a website. When the targeting first began, she even considered the ways the technology could do good. What if, for instance, the chip inside your head could teach you to speak a new language? Oh, so fun. Not. But she quickly learned that it wasn't there to teach her, it was there to hurt her. It was permanent and it would change her forever. In this Forbes article, the author describes how the privacy debate isn't about secrets, it's about control. Most definitely. Even if internet search yielded accurate, fair, crowd-vetted record of all human experience, which it doesn't, those records no longer belong to individuals, but rather to the faceless mechanisms of social discourse and surveillance. Sure, the loss of privacy can be embarrassing or frustrating, but it's a side effect of this thornier issue of giving up control of your soul in the end. Most of the same questions that surrounded cybersecurity and privacy in other disciplines applies to this microchip implant topic. Only the stakes can become even higher and more personal. At first, a microchip implant may be pretty dumb on the scale of microchip advancements. Perhaps all the chip can do is open a door, verify your identity at work, but this is only one step down a scarier yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Yeah. To the man behind the curtain. All right. Anyway, here are a few basic questions to consider about microchip implants. What are the benefits of implanting the chips? Is implanting the chips physically and emotionally safe? Who owns the data on the chip? Who has access to the data and when? Do the chips communicate somehow with outside networks? How are chips updated when flaws are found? Can the chips be hacked? Assuming yes, what security is in place to stop unauthorized access to the data and manipulation of data? Do religious beliefs forbid the practice? Is implanting the microchip truly voluntary? Will it be voluntary tomorrow or 10 or 20 years from now? Is the practice medically necessary? Are incentives offered to those who participate? Are penalties coming for those who don't participate? Will being chip start as an exception and become the rule? Will ethical and moral processes and procedures be breached by hackers? No way to stop bad actors once you begin, of course. What laws are put in place on this implanted chip topic? What companies' policies are affected? On a wider scale, since the internet is an accelerator for good and evil at the same time, think about that. Imagine that. What good or evil outcomes will come from this implanted chip trend agenda? Closing thoughts. And I just got my daily email Google alerts for the Mandela effect. All right, closing thoughts. There is no doubt in my mind that we will keep coming back to this implanted chip topic over the next decade. More health advantages are coming, as well as technology breakthroughs that may even bring cures for diseases by using chip implants as a part of the answer. No thanks. If you are interested, I recommend reading these other articles listing more benefits and downsides of implanting microchips and explaining why the trend is set to explode over the next decade. The questions will remain about whether these substantial implanted chips benefits are worth the privacy, security, and other risks. Expect related chip implant questions in various forms to become top technology, privacy, and security concerns in the 2020s and will become a hotly debated topic in 2019. Again, this is from 2018, I do believe. Yes. I was amazed at the deep emotional feelings regarding this topic that recently came through online, and this passion has grown in the past 18 months more than any other privacy or security issue I have seen recently. Implanted chips are and will be a hot button privacy topic that is not going away. In fact, I think it may become the number one privacy topic in the next few years. It would have been had what not been introduced. CV, yeah. But anyway, military leaders point out that the capabilities take a long time to develop, but intentions can change overnight. In other words, the debate will not only center on the current technology solutions, but also on what you believe might happen in the future regarding the use of implanted chips. For example, will it truly stay voluntary? Finally, since perspectives on this topic do not cut across the typical left-right divide, your personal decision on receiving a chip implant may have more to do with your trust in your doctor, your employer, your government, the technology company providing the answers, or even your religious beliefs than your political party affiliation or what a specific chip can currently do or not do. Dan Lorman. All right. So we got through that, and I think I showed you everything I wanted to show you. I'll read this right here. The big question, of course, is what technology will replace the smartphone? Bill Gates recently declared that electronic tattoos will be the new device to usher in the next generation of technology. Oh, good old shill gates of hell. Yet to be developed, these would involve printing microchips on a patch that sticks to your skin in order to monitor and collect personal information such as medical or exercise data. Currently, in-depth studies are being carried out on possible electronic tattoos with collaboration of companies such as Google or Chaotic Moon Studios, an American company that sees the potential of technology and is investing in its development. Elon Muskrat envisions a time, of course, when we'll all merge with machines, allowing us to change bodies when ours no longer serves us well enough, or even transmit our memories into the event that our brain stops working properly. His point is if we don't, artificial intelligence will make us irrelevant. What's more, the technology is already being developed at universities of Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Washington. Incredible, huh? Many of these predictions are simply that by 2030, we may see very different technologies than those we envision today. If they do come true, are we prepared for them? That, of course, is another subject entirely. And that was an article. The future of the smartphone in 2030 could be charged by thin air, and that was from this April. Imagine having a phone that attaches to your eyeballs or becomes a tablet. Here's what the smartphone could look like in a decade's time. Yep. All right, so I'm going to keep this short and probably get off here. Yeah, it's been over 30 minutes already. I hope that y'all get something from this. I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I do think that we should just keep our eye out on what they're trying to do, and certainly not allow anyone to ever put a chip in our bodies for any reason. That's just stupid and foolish, in my opinion. Resist the beast system, folks. They are throwing everything at us. We don't live in fear, but we do have to stay on our toes and know what weapons they're forming against us and trying to use against us. And we have to resist. And we should always stand up and speak up against this tyranny and these evil agendas. All right. Well, much love. Hope everyone had a terrific Thursday, and hope you have a fabulous Friday and a wonderful weekend. Tommy here, Tommy out. God bless you all.